Every year I get asked by people, Kev, why don't you ever leave England in non-league to legend? Well, at least from now on, I've got this short-lived spell at Hamburg to refer people back to as the reason why I don't. And I realise I'm doing this intro on part 2. Hello and welcome to Club 5 Part 2 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have a game we might actually win, which will be pleasant. We're at home against Ludogorets in the Europa League, and then we're at home against Borussia Monchengladbach in the Bundesliga. Since you were last with me, it's been a pretty miserable time with a couple of bright moments. Bright moment number 1 was absolutely thumping Real Sociedad away from home in the Europa League. I don't know how good they are. They're 8th in La Liga. This tells me the Bundesliga, much stronger than La Liga, because we just destroyed them. We were very, very good. But then we lost to Leipzig. We struggled to get past Hoffenheim with a 91st minute winner, and were just completely toothless against Leverkusen. We are suffering massively from what we were suffering at with Fulham last year, whereby we've not got very many players at all. So the main reason we lost to Leipzig was because we couldn't play the same team we'd played against Real Sociedad because they were all shattered. I think in light of the fact that we are down in the relegation zone, or very close, we are down in the relegation zone of the 6 games, I think we probably have to put the reserves out in the Europa League for the rest of the season, just because we can't afford to get fired. If I get fired, it's a big problem. I'm looking at the job centre already. I've been here a month. The only job available is the Russia national team. People often say, why don't you ever manage international teams alongside your club teams? You can do that. I know you can do that in Football Manager, but people don't really do that in real life, especially not for long term. You'll occasionally get a manager who does it for 6 months to help their national team or a club side out of a pickle. But I'm not going to long term manage Hamburg and Russia, because it's just completely unrealistic. That being said, if we get fired by Hamburg, we could go and manage Russia, I guess, if they'd have us. I don't know how close I am to being fired. Hopefully they're going to give me a little bit of time. Let's have a look at Bundesliga. We're underperforming, but at the moment, the board are still satisfied. So we're okay for now. This is the team we're putting out there in the Europa League. So it's not total reserve time, but it's heavily rotated. So again, with Mayer in goal, a back four of Friedel, Escobedo, Duffy and Handrovic, with Mori and Eberharter in midfield. Van Emmerek's up front, Ito, Liberali and Chaton are our wide players. So there's only probably 2 or 3 of those who I would consider part of my regular team in the league. Probably Ito, Mori, Duffy, Friedel maybe. Van Emmerich usually comes off the bench. Liberali, actually, it's okay, about half of them. But they're playing in positions where we don't have anybody else. It's a big problem. Eberharter is one of the ones we brought in the disastrous transfer window, I think. So maybe it will turn out that it's actually my coaches that are idiots and not my scouts. And he's about to have a cracking performance and show me that I did sign some superstars after all. Let's passionately say, let's give the fans something to be happy about, because obviously they're not at the moment. Let's turn replays and things back on. I've been playing on my MacBook again. This is going to be I think they might have fixed the issue now. Was there an update that came out yesterday? So hopefully this is the last time I have to start an episode with, I'm just changing back to 3D because I had to play in 2D on my MacBook because it's the only thing that works. I have also ordered a copy of Windows so I can dual boot my MacBook as well. So if this issue ever comes up again, fingers crossed, it won't be a problem. The things I do to get content out for everybody. He's even bought an extra copy of Windows. Goodness me, it's -5 sat in my garage right now as well. Look, I'm wearing a vest. I'm a 36-year-old man. I shouldn't be wearing a vest. I'm at that sweet spot age where your mum's not making you wear vests anymore, and you're not so old that you wear a vest because your wife told you to. I am in the vest-free age bracket, and I'm wearing a vest because it's so cold out here. Right, Liberali runs forward, plays it out to Ito. We look bright again early on in this game, but remember, we are playing Ludogorets. We should absolutely smash them. Eberharter out to Handrovic. Handrovic crosses in, there's nobody there. Ito's trying to chase, but it actually falls to Mori, who we are playing in central midfield now. We toyed with playing him as a defensive midfielder for a couple of games, and it just left our midfield completely isolated. Fred Van Emmerik has just handballed that into the back of the net. What a silly goose. I'd have sent him off for that. You don't handle a cross into the back of the net. It's troublesome to me. Friedel then plays it forward to Liberali, who's come very, very deep. He's supposed to be our attacking midfielder. Friedel again, he's got space to run into. He may as well run into it, but in fact, plays it to Ito. Ito all the way over to Chapman, who's got loads and loads of space. Cross comes in. Van Emmerik's there again, and it's just over. Half an hour on the clock. It's 0-0, but we've utterly dominated the game. 64% of the possession. We've had all of the shots. We really need to be scoring. Cliche bingo time, boys and girls. You got to score when you're in control. Or that's not actually the cliche, is it? There's a better worded one than that. But we need a goal. Ito knew we needed a goal and has just scored. Is it Ito or Ito? I've decided he's Ito. That's what I've been calling him. But it probably is Ito or Ito or who knows. He's Ito to me. He always will be. Oh dear. I've got a cold now as well. You'll have seen me tweeting about this a few days ago. You get an insight into how far ahead I'm recording my videos now. Mainly because I know there is a big cold coming. And I'm hoping to get as much banked before I have to go to bed. And just sleep it off. Rather than, you know, having a break now. And then having to have a week off of videos. Which people always say, Kev, don't worry about it. Have a rest. And that is lovely. That people, I know you'll all be here when I come back. The only problem is my pesky bank manager and the pesky people who keep sending me bills, those rascals, they're not happy with it. They're as far as they're concerned, Kev, keep working. You have to pay us. So I have to pay them. It's really unfortunate. But let's not worry about all of that. Let's worry about trying to beat Ludogorets. Friedel now, on the left-hand side again, plays it forward towards Ito. Ito runs into space, but then plays it back to Liberali. We're playing very, very deep. All of our attacking midfield three are playing very deep, and it's leaving Van Emmerik very isolated. Hadrovic now pushing forward a little bit, and hopefully with him and Friedel pushing forward the way they are, that's going to force the midfielders further forward. Chapman is in the area with Ito and Van Emmerik now. This is where we want them. Hadrovic, cross comes into Ito. He's got his second of the game, third of the season. It's Hamburg 2, Ludogorets 0, and we need to be thinking in terms of taking Ito off, and a couple of others now who we're going to need for the league. Liberali, Ito, mainly those two. Mori, probably, they're the ones who really need to be coming off. Shane Duffy, I guess, as well. My superhero, Shane Duffy, who's going to be playing for me when he's 50. He's taken over the David Noble mantle. Now, David Noble didn't want to come to Germany with me. Shane Duffy did. Shane Duffy is my new best friend. Was that Escoberto? Is that his name? Ito, anyway, finds Van Emmerik. Van Emmerik to Eberharter, who, I mean, I think my coaches are probably right about him. That was awful. Duffy now plays it forward to Hadrovic. Hadrovic inside to Chapman, and nothing really comes of it. Mori again. Mori out to Friedel. We have dominated this game so much, it's ridiculous. Liberali. And is he going to shoot from there? No, he's going to play it out to Hadrovic. We've got men lined up in the middle. Hadrovic with the cross. It's Ito for a hat-trick. He grabs his hat-trick, and we will celebrate by taking him off. He doesn't need to be on the pitch any longer than that. So let's get Matthias Vital on. He can play out on that left wing. No reason at all. The man has his hat-trick. He's 29, I think, so he's a player we probably need to protect for fitness. So let's whip him straight off, save him for the league in our next game, and hope he can carry that form over into a league match, because he's been all right today, coming in off that left wing, grabbing some goals. Excellent stuff. Hopefully we can play just as well without him. I am going to make a couple more substitutions in a second as well. I don't necessarily feel the need to take Van Emmerik off, because Sharp will come in the league, so Van Emmerik can get a full 90 minutes today, I think. But there are other players who probably do need to come off. Liberali definitely is one, because he'll be playing in the league. We'll bring Adley on for him. Adley, again, will probably be playing on the right wing in the league, but giving him 25 minutes is different from forcing him through a full 90 minutes. And Mori, although he plays every game, he just seems like a machine. He doesn't seem tired. So let's leave him on for another 10 minutes. Then we'll take him off and probably bring on Janjic. This guy down there. I don't know how to say his name. I don't know why I'm managing outside of England. I struggle with the non-English names in the Premier League. I've got no hope at all managing in Germany. I don't know how to say anybody's name. It's ridiculous, quite frankly. But I've got my Football Manager mug. Old stock, the Trequartista one. They don't sell these ones anymore. I don't know where my new one is. If anyone's seen my new Football Manager mug, answers on a postcard. My PO box is down in the description. Send me a postcard telling me where my Football Manager mug is. Right, let's take Murray off now. We're going to bring Janjic. Let me know down in the comments. The problem is, because I'm recording, I think this is Monday's episode. I'm doing this on Thursday morning. So I'm going to have released like 3 or 4 episodes before you lot tell me how to pronounce their names correctly. So I am sorry for the next few days. I'm going to continue to say them wrong until episode 1 comes out on Saturday morning, and then I start recording next week. So I'll do at least another 1 episode before the first one even comes out. So yeah, it's going to be frustrating, I'm sure, but we'll get there eventually. But that was a good result. We played well. Adley turned off. Who cares? Hopefully we can carry that form through into the Monchengladbach game. How good are they? Borussia Monchengladbach. I love saying that word. They finished 14th last year. This is a game we should win. If we don't win, the league is going to be a real problem for us. So let's try and win. Sweeping changes for the league game then, as we hope to actually carry some form over into a league match and win a league game. Winning a league game would be lovely. So we've got Mayer in goal again, Douglas Santos at left back, Sagadu, Duffy and Hadrovic as our back four, Murray and Janjic in midfield, Ito, Liberali and Adley supporting Sharp up front. So quite a chunk of changes from the last game. Douglas Costa's not fit. Well, he can play anyway. I'm sure he'll be fine. Fitness is a problem for us. Our coaches aren't very good. Our scouts aren't very good. Backroom staff here at Hamburg is a real issue. And I think it's something that we probably need to be spending some time addressing over the next, well, probably before the next episode. The media have been on your back for ages now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's prove the media wrong. That's all we care about. We're only in this for the media. Right, we need a win today. Borussia Monchengladbach are a team we should be capable of beating. We are at home. We're supposed to be a mid-table / top half-table finishing team who won 2 cups last year. If we're going to lose home games against the team that finished 14th, I may as well just resign on the spot. Oh, and we've lost a player. Hadrovic goes off. So we've got Bayer who can come straight on and play right back. We are pretty well stocked for fullbacks, which is quite handy. In fact, it's the same situation everywhere apart from central midfield, really. We've got a lot of players. It's just some of them aren't very good. But central midfield is a real issue. And we need some midfield players as a matter of urgency, to the point where if we get an injury, I'll probably have to go to like a 3-4-3 and just chop down the midfield completely and effectively do a 5-2-3 rather than a 3-4-3. That's what I mean when I say a 3-4-3. Flat back 5, 2 in midfield, and 3, well, the front 3 that we've got now up top. We've got 55,000 people in the stadium for this game. We've got some good supporters who deserve, they deserve a performance. We've been rubbish, but 55,000 people, 50,000 Hamburg fans have turned up for a match where we're in the relegation zone, playing against a team that aren't any good. They're showing us incredible support. We need to show them we're not useless. Unfortunately, it seems like we are. Let's show some passion. We've got, I don't even know who I can bring on to try and change the game. Van Emmerik, I guess, for Sharp, because Sharp has been rubbish. Van Emmerik can come on. We've got Vital. We've got Chaton. We'll give it 5 minutes. And then make another change and get Ito off. He was brilliant in the last game and hasn't turned up at all for the league game. Oh, the frustrations of being Hamburg manager. Goodness me. Get the ball forward. Push forward. Oh, they're frustrated that I'm asking them to attack at home when it's 0-0 against a rubbish team. Idiots. Absolute idiots. And it's all the defenders that are upset. The midfield's apprehensive and the attack are nervous. Just score a goal. The last game we won, we scored in the 91st minute. Are we going to do a 93rd minute win? And no, we're not. We're just going to get a 0-0. Well, at least we're not losing. But these are games we've got to win. We need to start finding some league form from somewhere. And I don't know where we're going to get it from. The only saving grace is Fulham aren't doing very well either. So we were overperforming with Fulham. They're down in 10th place at the moment and struggling a little bit. But let's shout at them. Training tomorrow. That was rubbish. We need to be winning games like that. because otherwise I don't know how long we're going to last before I get fired. We might actually be in a ridiculous situation where I'm sacked before I've released the first episode, which would be mad. Right, we need to come back fairly soon again. We'll do Zenit and Hertha Berlin, I think. So we'll just do the first couple of matches of a month until we figure out some kind of form and work out what we are. Because I'm worried. I'm a little bit worried. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.